So I'm going to slow down the first gear because this turn is just best taken with first gear. This is the wrong turn. Okay, never mind. Not going in first. Actually, yes, I will. I want to chill out a little bit, you know. I have this guy in front of me. Definitely don't want to cause a problem with him. Yay, he's going the way I don't want to go. That's perfect. Last thing I want is to get airborne. God, you can really wind it out in second and third here. It's awesome. Just be a little respectful. Oh no, this is residential. There we go. Gotta keep the speed somewhat manageable. This thing it's a little funny above 70. So in third gear, you do gotta watch out. There we go. Should have a nice set of roads coming up here. Perfect. It's a little bit wet, so gotta be careful. Go, and then back to driving just comfortably. This is such like a dual feeling car. Is you can cruise just normally if you want to, or you can just go super hardcore and just give it everything it's got. It's wonderful. Try to ease it through the corners here, because I do got a truck in front of me. Nice part is most of this is a big loop. So I can actually take a bunch of different routes around here, which are all fun. Just crossed over here to the right before. Now we can go up. Here, gotta be a little bit careful. God, this is a great sounding engine. Oops, come on. Looks like the Osmo actually shifted a little bit. Say I've been here before. Huh. Oh shit, no, actually I know where I am. Oh, green light, perfect. Gotta be a little bit careful through here. Thank you for the caution. Here. Come on. Woo! God, this car is such just an adrenaline rush. I know, I'm getting behind a slow truck. This is a nice scenic route, though. Happy it came out this morning. You know, I may have pulled an all-nighter. I may have technically not slept, and it is currently 7 in the morning. But you know what? I don't care. I did it for this. I feel energized. I feel good. God, I love this car. It's like one of my first introductions to actually having my own sports car. Very happy with this. Ooh, that looks like a little bit of traffic. Not fun. I'm gonna slow down, let that pile up in front of me a little bit. So I've been having a bunch of trouble capturing audio for this car because it's a convertible and I like having the top down. So I think I'm trying it out this time. I'm hoping it works. Is I have the windows up. I have one microphone in the trunk right where the engine is, and since there's not a lot of insulation between the engine and the exhaust in the trunk, I thought maybe that would be a good place. And I have one on me just because, you know, it's nice to just have one on me for talking, speaking, all that stuff. Wow, I'm riding a bit rough here. But yeah, I'm hoping this audio setup works. If this place was open, I'd love it. And funny enough, I actually don't even have the microphone in the back, like on like a backpack or anything. Okay, that's fine. I have it, literally, it's a DJI mic, which has like the built-in magnet. I literally have it magnetized with a cloth in the middle to the top of the trunk, which I hope works. I also have like my backpack and other things back there, so I'm hoping that that doesn't cause any problems with audio capture, things rattling, all that fun jazz. Hopefully nothing is actually colliding with the mic right now. I was kind of hoping the cloth would help with that. Wow, this is a very rough road for it being just redone. Lot really bumpy here. Damn. I mean, to be fair, the suspension on this thing, this is an 04 550 Spyder. Actually, I believe this is, yep, number 223 out of 1953. Only thing though, at least for me checking the service records, I don't think the suspension was ever redone on this or ever revised or refreshed, anything. So this is still running the standard suspension, which I can tell you, as me who, I don't daily drive this car anymore, but I used to. It's a little bit worn out. You know, fuck it, second gear. It's a little bit worn out, but the car besides that is amazing. Failure to get in the third there, damn. Should stop talking and just drive. Drive like my life depends on it, you know? I think my only thing with this car, besides the suspension, which is not the car's fault, it's the fact this thing has been through 5 owners, I'm the 6th owner, and I know I need to get this suspension redone on this. Oh, that's a cute dog up there. I know I need to get some of this stuff redone. I just haven't yet, because I've kind of been in college. I just got back for the summer. My dad's been driving this in my place. But I am also looking at getting a 981 Boxster S as actually a replacement for this. I love this car, but I gotta say, my dad actually loves the older interior. He's a fan of Boxsters and 911s from this generation. There wasn't a Cayman yet, so I'm not gonna say Cayman. But I want something that's just a little bit more modern, has some newer stuff. I will say though, nothing will replace the steering in this, but something a little bit more modern, a little more user-friendly, a little bit more GT-ish, I guess. And a lot of people say the 981 compared to the 987 and the 982, also known as the 718. They say that one's a little more cruise-worthy. And from everything I've seen in person, I test drove one once. Absolutely amazing. Just waiting to see if I can actually get one for a reasonable price, because those cars run in the mid-40s, 50s, I believe. I don't have that kind of money. I'm actually selling my Golf GTI to get a Boxster. and that leaves me with a budget around 35. But that's like 35 total unless I actually want to start putting my own money that's not from the sale of the GTI. And as a college student, don't really have a lot of personal money right now. So I'm limited with what I can get, but you actually can find some 981 Boxster S's in somewhat decent condition for that price, which for me, I'm happy with. Actually, I've been able to find, I've actually ran into 2 people so far that have actually had them in immaculate condition with like 10,000 miles on them, which is very little. A lot of people will put that much on the car in a year. And this guy has it. It's a 14, I believe. So right in the middle. Only thing is, I actually want the PDK. Unless I can find a manual sport chrono. If I can find a manual sport chrono, absolutely going with that. But if I can't, PDK, it's weird. The 981 is when they kind of really started perfecting the PDK. So I'm left with like, hold on, I can get the manual or the PDK from this generation and actually be happy about it. I'll let these cars go through here. I do have a yield. Cut in right here? Yes, I can. Please go right, please go right. Yay! I get to go a little bit faster now. On ramp time, baby. Okay, slow down, because there are cars in front of me. And then when you're just done doing all the fun shit, you just stick it in the 6th gear. That's it. Cruising 50 miles an hour, a little under 2,000 RPM. Here the limit. We're in Maryland. All the speed limits are very low on these roads. The actual speed limit here is 50. Not sure why. It really shouldn't be. Yep, good old 50 miles an hour. I hope my Osmo action didn't move too much in one direction. I'm trying out a new mount where I'm mounting it sideways. Hopefully that's good. No idea. I normally use a head cam for this kind of stuff, but right now, as I don't have my hat, because I forgot I put it in storage after college, and that was kind of uncomfortable. I need to get an actual like head thing. It's weird. I've been using GoPros since the Hero 2. I don't think I ever actually just got the standard head mount. Wow, people are going really slow here. Come on, wait for an opening, wait for an opening. Come on, wait for the opening. And 4th gear. The funny thing I think about this engine is this car is, oh wow, that's technically over 20 years old. And it's powerful. It's not like fast. Sorry, I should say this. It's very fun. And it feels quick because it sounds amazing. But it's not slow by any means. I mean, when this thing first came out, it had a 0 to 60 of, because this was the special edition, technically it had a slightly faster 0 to 60 than the standard Boxster S. But you're looking at, like, matters who's driving it, all that stuff. You're looking at about, like, 6 seconds. It's been 20 years. I have no idea how the previous owners have taken care of this car. I can see service records, but a lot of them have nothing to do with replacements. I mean, I think the transmission in this was replaced, but that was after 5,000 miles, so I don't know what that original owner did or what problem this car had. So technically the transmission's newer than the engine, but I don't know, not the point. When this car came out, it had about, I believe it's 268 horsepower. I could get that wrong. Multiple sources give different answers. So, not sure. I could just look. I actually have the original folder that came with this car, which has the certificate of authenticity, all the stuff showing about the special edition. I mean, all that fun stuff. So I can check on there, but given the fact it's been like 20 years, I'm expecting some horsepower losses. This used to have like 268, probably has like 240 now, maybe. Actually, yeah, no, that sounds about right. Maybe 240, 250. It's definitely, again, I've not driven another one of these cars in better condition to know for a fact. But the power on this car is just not the point. Like, people even call the newer Boxster S's, not the 718s, but the 981s. They people call those things, oh, not as fast as another car. That's funny. That's one of the cars where I don't even care that much. It still has a 0 to 60 of 4.5 seconds, and the handling on it is insanely good. So I don't even care. Wow, I'm already all the way up here. That was quick. But it's one of those things where it's like, when you get in these older cars, yes, the inside is not as nice as a 987, a .1 or a .2 for that matter, but there's a classic old feeling. No, that's it. Yeah, there's just a classic old feeling about these cars, which makes them enjoyable in a way that I don't feel when getting in the new ones all the time. I'm not saying that the new ones are worse by any means. They are, without a doubt, significantly better cars. But let me get over here. Sorry, Civic. No, you're good, actually. But there's just a feeling of a classic. And here's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, the interiors on these aren't nice. Funny enough, I rarely feel that. I actually really like the interior of the 996 and the 986. I think they are actually, really, in my opinion, they're a huge step up from, I'm going to get this wrong, I believe it was the 993 that was right before this. Yeah, I think it was 964, 993. Yeah, huge step up from the interiors on those cars, in my opinion. I would still consider this actually somewhat modern. I get it still has all the curves, it has all the plastics, but I don't know if this was just my car, but the plastics in this have actually held up better than a lot of people that I've known in their 987s, at least the .1s. The .2s, they fixed that, but at least in the .1s, I actually prefer this interior. Not from like a practicality standpoint though, but like from a looks, it has a look to it. Now that could just be me being nostalgic, and say nostalgic, I wasn't even born when this car came out. But that could just be me being like, oh, this was like my first sports car, or technically one of the first ones. I mainly learned how to drive manual in this, but for like 2 weeks before this car, like 3 weeks, I technically learned manual in a 987.1 Cayman base. Funny enough, it feels significantly different than this, and that's because there are a quite big few differences. But also, this thing got about 87,000 miles on it right now. It's holding up just fine. The interior looks great. The only thing with the interior is like some of the plastic coatings have come off a little bit, but like that's easily replaceable. Passenger seat looks like it has been dried out, or like has like a weird thing. Funny enough, that was actually from a car show. I had the top open at a car show. It was hot. I came back to the car, I put my water bottle in. The water bottle was dripping, and the cold water, I guess, interacted with the really hot seats, and it like dried the seat out somehow. I'm not sure, but it's only like a few lines. It does not affect anything at all. Ooh, ND Miata, good choice. I was actually really considering an ND Miata, but funny enough, I'm actually going. The reason I want to stick with the Boxsters is practicality. I never thought I'd ever say the word practicality with these cars, but the Boxster is actually quite livable. Even these older ones, which are smaller than the newer ones, the trunk and front actually give you a lot of room, and funny enough, more than some sedans I've actually driven, or more usable space, because the front is tall, and the trunk, I will say, don't think a lot of people use it for this reason, but The trunk is actually really good for keeping your food warm. If you're if you're ever grabbing food for your family or just like takeout, just throw it back and put it in the back. The engine will keep it warm. One of the perks. God, I love this car. The handling's amazing. I mean, you saw back there when I was driving, like it can take a turn. I would have been going faster, but I don't trust myself with the fact that this is on PS4s, but not this Pilot's. It's weird. It's on Pilot Sport 4 all seasons, so not the standard Pilot Sport 4 all summer tires. That was mainly because this car's also used in winter, so I needed something that could handle just a little bit more. Oh, a little bumpy here. Back into the garage we go. Dungeon, as some call it. But yeah, I would have been going a little bit faster, but I just don't want to risk it. It's a little bit cold this morning. I say cold, it's 83. I'm used to it being like 100 degrees here. But yeah, it's just, ground's a little bit wet. Leaves, trees, all that stuff, branches on the ground. Last thing I need to do is losing traction and going off the side of a hill or into a tree, because that would suck and my parents would absolutely kill me if I wasn't already dead. But yeah. Ooh, another ND Miata in here. It's like an ND1 on the left. I don't know if you guys could see that. You guys are just looking forward, but damn, nice. It's funny, up here in this area, either or in the parking garage, you'll actually come across some really nice cars. You'll come across, I've seen a few Lamborghinis in here. I've seen a lot of Porsche, hell of a lot of Porsches. Oh, free open big spot. I'm gonna take that. It's actually my GTI over there. Get some actually exhaust noises, which is nice. Make sure we're backed up more. There we go. Fun little exhaust noises for you guys real quickly. Pretty nice, pretty nice. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my tour today. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. This part might not even be in the video. I got no idea yet. What if it is? Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the drive. And it is not, yeah, oh my God, I wouldn't have been awake yet. That's funny. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's do the top operation for you guys real quickly. Windows go down, top comes up above me. So unlike the newer, I could be wrong. I actually don't know how the top mechanism works in the 987, but at least in the 986, clamp it down, pull it up, all good. All right, cool. Let's get going.